Thank you very much. Allow me to take you through the site visitation, where I will show you the customer journey and all the related workings of the site. So this is a customer site. So for you, so this one is set up by us, so you don't have to worry anything about its deployments, its feature updates, or anything related to its security, because we have in-house developers who do this for you. So we have types of products which are added on the dashboard. I'll be showing you that in a moment. So for this demo, I'll be using the motor insurance part of it. So for this, all our products on the site, we have a quote generation page. So once the customer does a quote generation, this is administered on your admin, and this information is also sent to an email that you have this. You would want this information to appear. This is done because we don't want you to lose any data related to the insurance. Related to your customer. So right here, that stated one of the problems that Instatech is solving is that we help customers to compare products from different insurance companies. So for instance, right here we have one from Britam Motor and one from Sanlam, Passes and CSC, with different pricing and different terms and different benefits. So for this demonstration, let me use the one for Passes. Where once I've gone to the checkout page and I've viewed the package features, I can be able now to buy the package. So right here we usually do an automated M-Pesa payment in case you want your user to check out using M-Pesa. We usually configure your private personal keys from Safaricom, and the payment done on the platform is going to be visible to, is going to be accessible to you. So for other form of payment or payments that M-Pesa cannot handle, maybe a large amount of payment that's maybe above 75,000 Kenya shilling, a user can be able to pay later. This is also can be used for check payments and cash payments. So once the customer check out, they can be able to submit their KYC. So this is the customer, the self-service portal I was talking about, where the customer can be able to view their orders, be able to view their claims, be able to view the awarded policy, and other related parts concerning the policy, including the upcoming expiries for the said policy and the expired policies. So they can also be able to view the status of the orders and the KYC. So for instance, right now you can see it is in red because I'm yet to submit the KYC for this. Allow me to go ahead and submit one. So the KYC is digital. We don't do paperwork. So this one can be filled at the comfort of the customer. So they can fill this using their phone while they're at home. Okay. So once the KYC has been submitted, this information can be able to be viewed by you on the admin, which I will be showing you in a minute. So allow me to go to the admin portal, which is provided specifically for your company, and the data on the admin portal can only be viewed by your company. Nobody has access to your data. Not even Pamsmart has access to your data. So right here you can be able to view important parts concerning the sale of insurance products, including the number of customers and the number of agents that you have, and the number of orders and the orders made. So for instance, let me take you through the order. So you can see right here I've bought motor insurance from Passes, and the amount charged and the KYC status for that. So once you have checked in the KYC and you have done your verification, including viewing the KRA and the related documents, you have the ability to either reject the KYC or approve the KYC. You can also approve the order, and once you do this, you have the ability now to add the policy from the either from yourself or from the underwriter. So other features of this dashboard is that you can be able to see all the search leads. This is in addition to the ones that were sent to your email. So all such leads that are registered on the platform, you can also be able to view them right here. You can do your target sales to customers who might have dropped off. You can also be able to view all the payment transactions that have been done on your platform, and you can, and do necessarily tracking of the information. And now the major advantage of this platform is that you can be able to dynamically configure all your products. So right here, you can be able to add new products. That's in relation to the category. Simple category might be a health insurance. The product itself. The product itself may be the health insurance from Britam or from Bismart, and the packages. The packages are parts of the product that have different pricing and terms, and all that you can be able to do right here on your dashboard. So that's it. That's it in terms of the dashboard itself. Paris, you have the room.
Yes. Thank you so much, Godfrey. I see the value of the platform. I hope we all do. It gives value to the insurance agent. Like it has all the qualities you'd need to showcase your products, and yeah, it gives value. Don't you agree? Um, I'll hand it over to Derek to share the poll results from the poll you've just participated in. So Derek.
Yes, we just posted a poll. The question was, what is the greatest challenge you face as an agent or a broker? There were responses. It looks like, based on our poll, the greatest challenges were paperwork, leads management, and time management. Please, let me frame it as a question so that the presenter can tell us how our system solves these problems. I guess most of it has been answered based about paperwork. Please tell us how does the system help the agent with lead management and time management? Yes, over to you, Godfrey.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. So let me start with the lead management. So I just stated earlier on, all the leads generated by the customer on the platform itself, they are all registered. and you have all the data related to that lead, including the lead pricing, the lead type, the lead product, the product the lead presents, and all the information related to the customer who generated that code, including their mobile number and their email. So you can be able now to target those specific customers in case for one reason or another they dropped out in the checkout process itself. They were unable to do the payment or the KYC. You have that information with you at that key moment. So the other thing is time management. So it's very important that specify and state how important the self-service portal is. The self-service portal makes sure that the customer do most part of the work themselves. Uh, they don't need to call you to help them with that. They don't need your intervention. So as long as they have that self-service portal, the account, they have all the information related to their products and their policies at on their devices. So in case they want to view where the process is at in the verification of their KYC or of their order, they have all that information at their self-service portal. So I think that's answer most part of it.
Thank you, Godfrey. I'll hand it over to our audience. Does anyone have a question, maybe on Pamsmart or on insurance in general? Please go right ahead, speak, or in the chat box. And okay. Does anyone have any questions? And I see we have various people from the insurance field. I see yeah. Someone speaking? Okay. I see the CEO of AMIB Insurance Agency. Maybe you'd have a question. Or I see the operations manager from Basic Choice Insurance Agency. Does any of you have any questions about the system?
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks. I'm Wycliffe Limo, Principal Amiib Insurance Agency. Yes, my question is about the Pamsmart. Yes, I've seen it as a very good platform for actually doing insurance business. Me, I'm actually dealing with mostly health insurance, general insurance. So, and I've seen this is a very good portal to handle clients, details, and even tracking the number of clients you have, their policies, their renewal, dates, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to know, how do you come about to get this the Pamsmart platform? How do you go about to get this platform? So that is my first question. And my second question is about how do the client register for this self-service portal? So those are my two questions. Thank
you. Sorry, I was speaking on mute. Thank you so much, Wycliffe, for your questions. I'll hand it over to Godfrey.
Okay. I did get the first question about how to get the platform. What was the second question?
The second question is, how do clients get into self-service portal?
Okay.
Yes.
So for the first question, how to get this platform, we are going to provide you with the information in terms of its costs and all the data we require from you. So once you get this, once we get this on our end and we process your order, our developer starts the initial work of setting your platform. So you don't have to do any work from your end. We do all the work for you, and we set up the platform. It takes a maximum of 8 days for us to set the platform for you, and this includes configuring your custom domains, securing your customer domains, and configuring the platform to be able to ascertain products specific for your company. And after that, we do an agent training or an admin training for you and your employees, so that then they can be able to pick up the usage of the platform. And from there on, now you can be able to use the platform for your business. It's as simple as that. So you are not going to be required any technical knowledge for this. We do anything concerning technicality, we do that for you. And anything concerning support, we also do that for you. So our developers are always ready to pick your issues concerning support, and we support at any, we usually allocate enough time for you weekly to be able to do this. So concerning question number 2, the self-service portal. So once the user generates any quote on the platform itself, I didn't show you this because I was already logged in on the portal, but once the user generates the quotes on the portal and they have been able to view different products from different companies, once they want to buy the product, they are required to log in or to register. So if the customer have not yet registered to your company, they will be forced to register, and that's where now they have an access to their account portal. So once from there, now they can be able to track their orders and their policies. So it's not something that is given. Everything on the platform is self-service. So on generation of quote, we allow anybody can generate a quote. But once you want to, once you have decided you want to buy a product, you must now be, you are now forced to do a registration. Have I answered your questions?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Godfrey, and thank you, Wycliffe, for your questions. Does anyone else have any questions regarding the system?
Thank you, Paris.
Yes.
There's a question from the chat box from Mugisha. Hello, my question is, how will a normal man or a woman who wants insurance deep in the village benefit from this technology? Thank you. Then there's another question from Victor. How much will it cost for an agency to have an account portal? Godfrey, back to you.
Okay. So the first question was in terms of how do we reach people who haven't migrated to the digital experience, that they don't have access to internet and they don't have access to maybe mobile devices or computers. So unfortunately, the best way for that to be handled is that they can use an agent. An agent can do that for them, for people who don't have access to the technology, because the platform is built on top of the digital experience. So for you to attain maximum benefit for this, it is imperative that you have access to either a mobile device or a computer device. So the platform targets people who have this, and that's why it's built to make it easier for them to access the services provided by the portal. But to solve that issue, an agent can be able to collect the data directly from the customer and onboard the customer. Onboard the customer onboard the customer themselves, and from there now the customer have the ability to attain the policy. So number two, the second question was the cost of the platform. So once we have discussed with you and we have attained what works for you, we usually do a custom quote for you. This information will be provided after this webinar, including the costs, the cost limits for this platform. But we have a once payment, that's a setup fee, and a monthly payment, which is payable per year. So all this information we share with you after this webinar, and from there you can be able to make a decision from that.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. I hope your questions have been answered, Mugisha, Emmanuel, and Victor Wandolo. And thank you so much for asking those questions. Is there any other question from anyone regarding the system? I see a question from Victor Wandolo. Is the platform on the cloud?
Yes, this is a cloud as a service. We offer the platform is hosted on the cloud, and we do all the configuration for you, so that then your customers can be able to access it online.
Okay, and also another question, Mugisha Emmanuel. I'm seeing you're based in Kenya, in the Kenyan market. What plans do you have for other countries to have the Pamsmart?
So that is under discussion. We are still collecting feature requirements from our Kenyan from Kenyan insurance agencies, and we are still designing the product in order to fit the market fully, because the platform is built for localized problems. For instance, we build it to solve Kenyan issues, but that is under discussion for now.
I hope your question has been answered, Emmanuel. Any other question? Okay. Is there any other question? I don't see any other questions in the chat box. So I'd like to thank you all again so much for joining us and for interacting with us and for having the interactive session. We have shared our contacts in our chat box, so feel free. We have our WhatsApp contact where you can text us on WhatsApp, where you can call us, and our email address, they're all in the chat box, so feel free to talk to us. And yeah, thank you so much, all of you, for coming. Yes, thank you, Lois, for sharing the contact again. I'd like to, if there is no other questions, I'll give a moment in case there is a question. Is there any other question from anybody? Okay, I'll take the silence to mean that there is no other questions. So thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate you all. Feel free again to reach us on the contacts written on the chat box. We will share a link to this video, to this webinar after the webinar, along with our contacts and the information Godfrey has said that he will share. We will share all that information. And because I see there's no other question,
Actually, there's a question. Just a quick one from Mugisha. When can we have another training?
On Pamsmart?
Okay. Yeah. So once you onboard on this, once you onboard on the platform and your order is complete, usually undertake a very thorough training on the on the usage of the system, and that includes the features that it has to offer. So within the 8 days, once you have onboarded and you have configured the system for you, within those 8 days, we are going to request you to provide a range of time that you are available, and then we can do a very thorough training on the usage of the system.
Okay, I hope your question has been answered, Emmanuel. Thank you for the question. Any other question?
One more thing, Paris, if you'll allow me. I would like you to know that we have this every other week. Every second week, we have a webinar talking about something in the insurance industry. So we will be sending you emails. Please show up to our webinars. We might learn a lot from you, and we hope you learn a lot from us too. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Derek. I will assume that there are no other questions, and if after the webinar you realize you have a question, please feel free to reach us on our contacts. We have shared our email, our phone, and our WhatsApp, and you can also visit our website to see how we like our products, to see us as Pamsmart. Yeah, so I will assume there's no other question, and I will ask Godfrey to help us to lead us in a word of closing prayers. And
Okay.
So wait. I see something from Mugisha Emmanuel, that in the Ugandan market, we are still using the normal ways of underwriting policies. Kindly please bring the same in the Ugandan market so that we enjoy the same. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you for that. We'll be hastening our discussion on this, because the system is built to solve African problem. So for us to operate in Uganda, I don't think there's a lot there's that hard implementation for us to do. So we will keep your contact in our database, and we'll be keeping you updated. Updated in terms of the process of our process in attaining that.
Thank you, Godfrey. Is there any other comment, question from anyone? Okay. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Thank you so much. And as Derek has said, we have webinars every other week. So we will send you links to the webinars. Feel free to join us. And yeah, I hope we all learn together